Hi, this is Kelly. Welcome to my channel. Today we have Shadow of the Witch. DIY number 1, the Shadow Nose. We're making shadow boxes. You probably already guessed. So I got this little box at Dollar General. I think it was $3. And we're going to pull the price tag off and pull the little flower out, because we're going to paint this entire box with Craft Smart Orange Spice acrylic. Now this took, I think it took 3 coats, because it kind of had a shiny finish. It had like a painted finish on it already. So chalk paint would be easier, better coverage, but this color is just, it's so beautiful. So once that's dry, we're going to dry brush some rich black folk art chalk paint with the inside edges, and of course the back and everywhere else. Let me know in the comments. I know some Gen Xers will get it, and baby boomers ought to get it. The shadow nose. If you understand that reference, let me know. My mom used to say it all the time. So yeah, make sure we get all the edges, because natural distress would be more prominent on the raised edges. And then this little box, like, there wasn't 2 the same. This, I'm actually using the back side of the box for my shadow box. And you see I pulled some staples out. It had some cardboard staple to it and patched it up with some lightweight spackle. And I just painted the inside with the orange, and I'm using the black chalk paint on the front edge and on the sides and the back, because again, this had a shiny finished paper or something stuck to it, and I was like, I'm not fighting that orange paint on this one too. So I thought, well, that'll make it a little different. And this was a little smaller than the other one. And then we're just going to go ahead and distress with the black chalk paint on the orange areas. Same thing as the other one. I love this orange color, and with the black, it's just, it's so pretty. So now I'm going to do the opposite. I'm going to distress the black areas with some of the orange. As much as I like the other shadow box, I think I like this one better. That black accent around the front really makes it pop. And with this acrylic paint that's not chalk paint, I usually go a little heavier, especially over the black, because it kind of melts into the black and it kind of gets muddy. You got to do it a little heavier than you would the black on the orange. Here we have some more of that spiderweb sparkle bash from Dollar Tree, and I've cut it to fit the back of the box, and I did that for both boxes. I'm only going to show you on the one box, and we're just going to Mod Podge it just like we would a paper image. And we want to try to keep it off of the sides as best as possible. Spread nice and thin. Tap that on down. Press it in the corners. All that fun stuff. Oh, excuse my hair in the picture. And I'm going to burn the edges instead of tearing it. I have this nifty little blowtorch lighter, but it ran out of fluid, because dude, or if you want to use a grill lighter, it'd be better. You're not going to burn your fingers, because this way I do one end and then I gotta let it cool, and then but I do like the look of it. So she's ready to go. Look at that pretty little witch. And these are my favorite, my Etsy pages. Now this was I've used images from this paper bundle before, and I'll try to remember to put the link in. I keep forgetting the Etsy links in my description. I'm just taking a paper towel, smooth it as best you can with that glitter underneath. It's gonna have some bumps here and there, but that doesn't bother me. And then we're just gonna put a top coat of Mod Podge. And there's no reason to go over the entire thing. That sheer mesh fabric, the coat you initially put on it soaks all the way through it. And then you see I got Mod Podge all over the side. And I do wipe that off. Now for this box, I did the same thing with the mesh. And I've got this little apothecary image I'm putting in this one. And I did the same thing. This was in the same paper pack, and I burned the edges with my lighter. Mod Podge that on down. And now now that it's dry, we're gonna do the top coat of Mod Podge on this one. And put that aside to dry. So I've got these little pumpkins. I think this was a Dollar General bowl filler thing. And I just painted it black. And now I am putting a heavy dry brush of orange to highlight it. And I've got my black Spanish moss that came from Amazon. That link will also be in my description. And I am an Amazon associate now. So anything you purchase through one of my links, well, it will help support my channel, but it won't cost you any more than it normally would. And thank you for anybody who's already done such. I really appreciate it. So I've glued my moss down, and now I've got this beautiful ribbon. I used it on another project, the witch tray, and I was so glad to finally use it. And I'm like, oh, I can use it again. I believe I got this at Walmart. And just try to use the littlest amount of hot glue you can, so it's not, I like to pull the trigger and get a little bead on the tip first, instead of, you know, squeezing it. Once it's on the lace, it all comes out at once. It's too late, you're done. So oh, my chicken little hairs in the screen again. And we just keep doing that all the way across. Fancy. Now this is one of those little plastic spider rings, again Dollar General I believe, and I'm just going to quickly coat the entire thing, or the entire top of it, with Mod Podge, and shake this amber glitter all over it. And once that dries, we just do the bottom, do the same thing. And then don't cut off the ring yet, so you have something to hold on to get it done. Now I'm taking a little piece of a pick and putting it through the bottom of this little pumpkin, to have something to glue it to, you know, to get through the moss with, and glue it to the bottom of my shadow box here. Add a little bit of glue. Figure out where I'm gonna put it. Trim it up a little bit. Thank you guys for being here with me today. One of my recent videos hit 10,000 views. I still can't believe it. And thanks to you guys with your commenting and sharing and getting it out there, getting it recommended to other people. I really appreciate it. So if you haven't subscribed yet, please consider doing so. I would like to continue to bring you guys this content that I love to do. So I'm just going to add another bead of glue to the back. A little reinforcement to hold that pumpkin in place. And then the spider, I'm going to cut part of the ring away, but not all of it, because we're going to do the same thing we did with that little pick. We're going to glue the spider down, get it through that moss. And the little spiders in the moss, it kind of stays put because it gets tangled in it, so a little dot of glue on each end of the little ring there will hold it in place just fine. Gotta have glitter on Halloween, just do. Drives me crazy, gets all over everything, but it's on my dog, it's on everything. Fluff up the moss a little bit. And this one is done. So now for the other shadow box, I've got these little styrofoam skulls. These came from Dollar Tree, I believe. And it's white with a little bit of glitter already on it, but we're going to do it with the amber, just like the spider. And I put it on that little pick just to have something to hold on to. And we're going to do the top half with some Mod Podge. Douse it with the glitter. And same thing, let it dry. Let it dry for like an hour just to make sure, and then you can come back and do the rest. And I did the same thing with the lace, and we're going to do the same thing with the black Spanish moss. I try to smear the glue around as best as I can without getting big blobs. And of course the glue string's getting that moss and it'll make you crazy. And these beautiful little florals came from Dollar Tree. They're so pretty. They're called mini mums, and I have like a burgundy color and this orange, and then there's a lighter orange color. And I'm just gonna put one flower, and I'm playing around with where to put it. And there's my skull. He's gonna go on the other side. So I'm just taking a little tiny paintbrush and blackening the eyes a little bit, just so you can see them. And we're just going to put a little glue in the corner there, pretty much, and glue my little skull. Add a little black to the nose and mouth too. And the flower, just get a little hot glue on the bottom of that stem there. And this one's done. Too cute. DIY number 2, I'm familiar. So this is a little wall hanging I got from Dollar General, and I'm going to carefully remove these letters. And I'm going to paint the entire thing black. I also scraped off that coated paper that was on the back. Sometimes you can get them off, sometimes you can't. In this case, I got it off of there. And this is again the Folk Art Rich Black. And here's my familiar. Isn't she pretty? And we're going to do the same thing we did before. We're going to burn all the edges off. So this is like, I wouldn't call this a shadow box, but with the little frame around the wall hanging, it's resembles one. All the way around, light it on fire, blow it out. And we're going to take this little brush. I don't want to do the back. I don't want to distress the back with the orange, just the inside of the frame and the outside of the frame. So we just want the backing to be solid black, where the beautiful kitty goes. And just like before, you want to do a heavier distress so that orange actually shows, because when it dries it gets darker and it'll melt into that black paint. Now that's this particular color. If you have a brighter orange, it probably doesn't matter. And we're going to get some Mod Podge on the back, because we don't want the Mod Podge finish over the entire thing. We're going to hit that with some satin clear coat once the Mod Podge is dry. Get him in there. Get any excess glue that might be squeaking out, and mash out any wrinkles and air bubbles. Isn't she pretty? And of course we're going to distress with the black. Make sure we get these edges, even though they've got that little bit of a burnt look, we still want to bring that dark in. That background's kind of bright compared to the black, so we want to bring it all together. I love the little skull charm on the cat's collar there. So then we've dry brushed, just a light dry brush of the black all over the entire picture. I stayed away from the cat's eyes though. I wanted them to stay bright. Isn't she pretty? I don't know what the sword's for, but cats don't have thumbs. I don't know what he's going to do with it. So these are some more of those foam roses, and I painted those with black and that same orange spice color. And those two leaves are the Dollar Tree. They're glitter bombs. And I just took them and spray painted black on them, sealed down the glitter and calmed down the glitter, and then I dabbed some of the orange on the one leaf. And I've just got little strips of chiffon ribbon, the black and orange. I'm just peeling it back so I kind of keep them in place where I want them. And we're just going to glue down each layer with a little bit of hot glue. Doesn't take much. It's going to soak through that ribbon, and it is going to hold. And so much for it all staying in one place. I'm ended up fighting with it, but we got it figured out. And another tiny, just a tiny dab will do ya. And one more time. And the glue that's seeping through the ribbon, that the leaves and flowers are going to cover that up. So no worries there. And you hang it on the wall, and your little ribbon hangs down. So we figure out where we're going to place our leaves. I love these leaves. I just think they're so cool. Even with the glitter, they're pretty, but that glitter just flakes off everywhere. So, and you can take some clear coat and hit them with that. If you want to keep the glitter, get a gloss clear coat and just hit them really well with that to keep the glitter from shedding all over the place. And don't burn your fingers. I hate wearing those finger protectors. They're too tight. It's like my fingers going numb. I got big hands for a chick, I guess, and they don't fit. They're too tight. So I got my little Halloween spatula. Just use that. And you can use a popsicle stick, but something with silicone works best because it's not going to stick to the glue. Popsicle stick might get stuck in the glue, and then you end up making kind of a mess. So if you got the finger protectors work for you, they do work well. They just don't fit my big fat fingers. And these little foam roses. And I've explained in past videos where these came from. It was a floral bear. And it was covered with these white foam roses. And I got it thrifting, and I'm like, well, I don't know what I'm going to do with a styrofoam bear, but I've got all these roses. Unfortunately, they're glued together, so some of them get damaged when you're trying to separate them, but I've gotten quite a few out of it. It was worth it. I paid like $3 for it. And I still have a styrofoam bear I got to figure out what to do. I mentioned in another video a Franken bear or something. I don't know. It's too cute to make it scary, so I don't know what I'd do. A Franken bear would be cute. And we just put our little roses. And you can use any florals. You can use any. You don't have to put anything on here. It looks adorable without the ribbons and flowers. But I like to add a little something sometimes. Plus, you know, I don't know. It's fun. And I'm a sucker for that daggone. I already put a sawtooth hanger. Yeah, I'm a sucker for that chiffon ribbon, as you all know. And this one's done. Thanks again for being here. Again, I really appreciate each and every one of you. Please keep sharing and liking and all the things. I really want to keep doing this. I just love it so much. And you guys have been so super sweet. I really appreciate it. So here's my little shadow boxes. Oh, they're so cute. They are so cute. And my beautiful little kitty cat. Yeah, I'm giving this one away to a friend of mine. My little kitty here. So pretty. Alright, you guys. Again, thank you. Don't forget to subscribe if you haven't already. Come back and see me. Bye.